Right, guys, what's up? Welcome to the new episode of Goodcast. That's right, we have a new background, not ours. This is amazing KL podcast studio. That's right. Check it out if you guys. Here, I'm looking here. See, I'm looking at myself again. Oh my God. Okay, sorry. Can I reroll? Yeah.
Wait, do I look at the camera as well?
No. After our intro, then we look at each other.
Oh, look at each other.
Yeah, because it's kind of weird if you're looking there and I'm looking there.
No, like I said.
So, Arene, tell me, how's your day?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Goodcast. This is a brand new episode that we are having in this new lovely place called the KL Podcast Studio. Check them out. I really love the place, love the vibe. Really nice venture that I really am envious about. Yeah. But today it's not about me, although I wish it was, but it's with my latest guest. So here goes. She is a TV host at Fresh Brew, RTM1. Right. She's an actress. She is a host. She's an MC. She's an influencer. She has barely enough time to sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, Arene Cheong.
Hi.
Yeah, how are you?
Oh, that intro. I really like the intro. But then again, you did say, you did mention like, I wish it was about you. Maybe I should interview you this time.
Thanks. Let's try that because nobody does.
Exactly.
Yes,
right?
yeah. I'm always doing the questions.
Another episode.
Next one. It's all about me interviewing myself with Arene just walking around. There we go. So Arene, tell me one thing. I was going through your social media. I was stalking you a lot, right? Ooh. Yeah. Thank God you can't see who visited your page. So otherwise, my face will pop up.
Maybe I can.
Maybe you can. There we go. I don't know. So tell me, what's your issue with coffee?
What's my issue with coffee?
Yeah,
Wait,
you don't
hold
have
on.
coffee, right?
Where did you get? Oh, yes, I actually don't. So, you know how people usually have their morning drinks.
Yes.
I know people. I can go a day without coffee. Or
That's
I
me.
have to start my. Oh, that's you.
That's
okay,
me,
I have to start my morning with coffee, tea, and whatever not.
Yeah.
I actually don't have a morning beverage.
So,
I actually don't. I just get up, get a glass of water, and that's it.
And then you're done.
And then
right?
I'm done.
Then you're done. You're good
And
for
I'm
the thing.
done.
My goodness, I envy you because I need my coffee. Like that's. Wait, are you the kind of person when you wake up you're ready to go the day, or are you like the type that needs time to settle in? Like physically you're woken up, but mentally you're still sleeping. Are you that kind of? Because I am the second type. I need at least 2 hours to get into my body. Is that you?
Well, for me, okay. The thing is about me when I wake up in the morning, when my alarm goes off, I immediately get up.
Okay.
I don't have I gotta snooze my alarm another 5 more minutes. I'm not gonna lie, I have done that, but it rarely happens.
Okay.
So it's usually me like, okay, the alarm goes off, I'm up. But then again, I don't get out of bed that soon.
Okay.
I'm usually like, let's just scroll on my phone for another good 15 minutes, 30 minutes,
okay.
and then I get out of bed.
But then you're awake. You're fully awake, right?
I would say yes. I'm fully awake. I don't snooze my alarm. I don't go to the toilet, probably sitting there in the toilet bowl and sleeping off. No, I've never done that.
Okay. I've never done that.
I don't know.
Just for the
I mean,
record.
I could be a very weird species. I'm not sure. But yeah.
Okay.
But I don't have an issue. By the way, going back to that question, I don't have an issue with coffee.
Okay,
I
I'm
do
sorry.
occasionally go to Starbucks.
Occasionally? Are you a Starbucks person? So
occasionally-
am I. Oh my God, I'm addicted to that.
Are you really?
I am. I have to cut down.
But I have to say this. Although it's called Starbucks coffee, I go for the non-coffee drink.
Which is? What's your favorite? What's your poison?
I mean, I usually just go for the caramel cream frappuccino, which is
I love the
caramel frap, but without coffee.
I love. You know one thing. I am a sweet tooth, right? So I
So
think
am I.
a few months ago they had the Belgian chocolate frappuccino.
Oh, yes.
Oh my God, the one with the chocolate inside, and all. Every time I drink
Yep.
it, I feel bad for my body, but I'm like, forget it.
It tastes a bit like hazelnut, though.
It does. It
Yeah.
does. But just packing in the chocolate there, it's like
know.
another thing that I cannot stop eating, and I love is mutton. You know, I've been told it's bad for me because I'm a bit
is,
older
yes.
now, right? Yes, it is. But if I'm gonna die that way, so be it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
okay.
Right? Yeah.
But I mean, for me, it's chocolate.
Chocolate, same
Chocolates
here.
all
Same
the
here.
way. Not even like chips or candies or anything like that,
It's
but
chocolate.
chocolates.
Perfect,
Oh.
man. Me too. So I want to get into the things. Again, still stuck on your social media. Again, no perviness intended. But I saw a picture that was so amazing. Your family photo, right?
Is there a family photo?
Yes,
picture?
and
my-
it's
okay.
such. If Najib were to see that family photo, he'll be so proud. Like his dream of one Malaysia has been achieved. There we go. Tell me about your family. What's the
Okay.
breakdown like?
Yeah. So, well, really interesting. My family is really interesting. So, I'm actually Chindian.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you can tell by that. I mean, a lot of people say I look Malay, Indonesian. I even got Portuguese. I don't know where does that come from.
You do.
but
You do. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because the skin color, skin tone. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my dad is Chinese. My
Okay.
mom's Indian. So, I'm Chindian, and I have 4 other siblings as well.
Okay.
So, 3 elder sisters. Three elder sisters
Okay.
and a brother right before me. So, I'm the youngest in the family.
Okay. Youngest family.
Yeah, and all of them have they've all gone through mixed marriages, and I'm the only one not married, by the way.
Okay,
But
okay.
All of them gone through mixed marriages.
All right.
We have Muslim in the family.
Okay.
We have like
Is that
Sabahan,
your sister?
Philippines
The one
mix.
with the-
yeah,
okay,
yeah, that's
okay.
my sister. They're all my biological siblings, by the way. It's not like, a lot of people probably think like, oh, my parents adopted like me or my other siblings. No, we're all we're all
Okay.
biological siblings. Yeah.
So it must be amazing though. Like when you guys have so many celebrations in 1 year.
yes,
Right?
I mean, every occasion we're there.
Yeah, every
every
occasion, right?
occasion we're there.
You know, I have a funny question because, and this is on a personal, like it's sort of personal because I married a Chinese, right? So my daughter is a Chindian, right? I even went to the JP and I said, "Do you have Chindian I can take?" She said, "No, we don't do that."
I wish they had
Right,
that. You know,
right.
I want that exoticness in my
Yeah, I
person.
want like others scroll down Chindian boom,
Yeah.
right? So I actually have this question because I have Chindian friends too,
Mm-hmm.
right? Do you have to like pick a side? Or how's it like growing up mixed race?
Actually, I would say for me, it's more of a privilege.
Okay.
Because, for instance, if I have to be Chinese, I can be Chinese.
Okay.
And if I want to be
Can you
Indian,
speak Mandarin?
I can speak Cantonese, but
Oh, Cantonese.
I'll say, I mean, it's not as fluent as my Tamil.
Okay.
So
fair enough.
all of us can speak all 4 languages as well in my family.
Yeah.
Everybody, we can all speak English, Malay, Cantonese.
Okay.
Some of my siblings growing up, they are able to speak Mandarin as well, but I
Wow.
wasn't able to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing about me is my siblings and I have that huge gap.
Oh, okay.
So the one right before me, which is my brother, we have a 13-year age gap.
13 years.
13 years.
Wow. What age did your parents get married at?
I have to do the math on top of my head, but my math is
Scientific
not
calculator,
working.
please.
Yeah, it's not working at the moment. But then again, my mom gave birth to me when she was 43.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. How old is she now? So she should be.
She's 69 this year, 67.
So you're-
Mom, I'm so sorry.
We will edit that part out.
We will edit that part.
Let's say 29.
We will say 29. Yeah. I honestly don't remember, but yeah.
So basically, you're saying that it's a privilege because you can choose
I can
whichever
choose
side.
sides, you know.
Okay.
I can be like, okay, if I gotta be Chinese, then I'll be Chinese. If
Okay.
I gotta be Indian, I'll gotta be Indian. But I've never had any issues growing up per se. I'm not sure if you have. Maybe you can share as well. I've never had any issues like, oh, I don't fit into the Chinese community or the Indian community. Yeah, I've never really had that because if I have to be Chinese, then I'll be Chinese lah. But then again, I do have a difficulty in, for example, speaking Mandarin because
Okay.
Mandarin is more well recognized
Yes.
in KL.
yes. I think Cantonese is more
locally.
Penang and all this.
Yeah,
right?
and all that. I'm also from Perak, so
Oh yes.
more Cantonese there as well. So maybe like some of my friends here in KL or work colleagues, when they speak in Mandarin, I sometimes have a bit of like, oh. But then again, they do translate it for me,
Okay.
or like I do kind of pick up their language a bit. So actually,
Okay.
I do speak a little bit of Mandarin now.
Okay, you do.
Yeah,
All right.
a little bit.
I went for Mandarin classes. When
okay.
I was dating my wife, I decided to learn the language. That lasted maybe, but to be fair, in my defense, COVID happened, right?
COVID
so pandemic,
happened,
and then so that's my excuse. But I just couldn't be bothered. I'm not a language person. I know Malay and English, and that's it. I just survive on that.
Wait, but did you, since you asked the question, did you have trouble growing up though?
You mean trouble financially or what?
Not
sense?
financially.
Okay. Trouble emotionally. What do you think? What do you?
No, I meant like, you know,
No, yes,
picking sides, I
because
guess.
see, in my case, my father is Tamil,
Okay.
my mother is a Malayali.
Ah.
Okay, so you have a union of two subcultures within the Indian diaspora that are very egoistic and don't like each other so much. You know, you'll never hear a Tamil say good thing about a Malayali and vice versa, right? So to me, growing up, I could never really, and I think also because the package, I look different. Than the stereotype, right?
yep.
It annoys me whenever I meet people like, oh, are you Pakistani or
Actually,
right?
yeah, you do come off as
Yeah,
that. I'm not gonna
but
lie.
I tell them, look, if you went to India, you would realize that there are different faces in the whole subcontinent, right? If you go to northern side, you'll see more Chinese-looking people, but they're Indians.
Yep.
They're Indian nationals, right?
like Nepalis and all
Nepalese
that.
and all that. You go to Nepal, it's basically all Indians,
Yeah.
right? Honestly, if you
I
went
go
there and
there,
walked around,
I
you
would,
just fit in.
we would fit in.
Yeah, like, people think, you know, so that part I think was a bit difficult, like fitting in and all that. But regardless of it, when I grew up, I tend to become more proud of who I am. Like I don't hide
course,
from,
yeah.
you know, and I enjoy both sides. Like I saw that you like Sid Sriram. I love Sid Sriram.
Oh, I love
yeah,
Sid Sriram.
Oh my God.
Honestly,
The
his
guy's voice.
concert was the best concert I've ever been to.
Really?
I was literally just few feet away from
Yeah, I
him.
saw the videos. Yeah. And you also went for something. I have another question though. Who is Russ? Who the hell's Russ?
Russ.
I don't know. I'm 38,
I mean-
so I love
Oh,
music.
okay.
pop.
So he's a rapper. He's a, I mean, go listen on Spotify. I
Russ?
mean, yeah, Russ. I mean, I love his songs.
Okay.
I really do.
Okay.
But I would say, yeah, I mean, with the age gap, I would say he's more
Okay,
of a
calm
Gen
down.
Z-ish.
I'm 15.
Gen. Then you should know who Russ is.
Yeah, I should. I saw Russ. I was like, is it Russell Brand? Or, no, it's Russ. Okay, different. Okay, so getting back to you now, you started, I saw that you studied in APU
Yes.
and then you in media.
Yep. So I did my degree in media marketing in APU.
Okay.
Yeah, and then,
So was that like a conscious decision, or you, like me, you just couldn't become a doctor and you said, I'll do PR and marketing?
well, actually, for me, so okay, that's a backstory for this.
Okay, let's go.
So growing up, my mom actually, well, any typical Asian family or Asian parents per se, they would definitely want you to choose, please become a doctor, a lawyer,
Yes.
an engineer,
Yeah,
Definitely lawyer and engineer was out of my scope, so doctor was it lah.
Okay.
So for me, it was more of like, my mom, because due to her old age, she had a bit of, I wouldn't say complication, but a lot of doctors were saying like, there could be complications with your baby because of your old age.
Okay.
Like your baby could be born as like macam OKU or something like that. You know,
Okay,
those kind of complications.
Okay, yeah. The older it is, more
autism
riskier,
or anything.
yeah.
Yeah, because of the risk that comes with it.
Yeah.
So she had that complication, but then she had a very natural birthing. Everything was well. So
Okay.
that's when she was like, you know what? I want my daughter to be a doctor. I don't know what indicated at that point for her, but yeah. So
I think because she's Indian, it's in our DNA.
it
Just
is,
doctor.
correct, yeah.
I hear myself say that now. I'm like,
Dude.
yeah. What the, Mom? What did you do?
I guess when you become a parent, that's when you know.
Yeah,
probably,
yeah. Like the other day, I took my daughter for a checkup, and so she was holding the stethoscope of the doctor, and I was like, oh, she's going to be a neurosurgeon. What? Who is this guy? Yeah. So
Actually, yeah, funny story, because all that, right? All that kind of lead to it. So my mom kind of tailor-made me to become like, to think like, okay, she's going to be a doctor someday.
Okay.
Stethoscope, buy her that not even cooking set anymore. Buy her all that doctor set,
medical set,
the medical
yes, I
set,
plan to
to
get one.
play and all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
when you're a kid.
Yeah.
So she did all that, everything growing up. But the thing is, because after I reached a certain age, when I was around 11, so
Okay.
my sister, I think she was looking at this, she was watching a show or something. So
Okay.
there was this advertisement that popped up about looking for a TV host, a child TV host from this age,
Okay.
to host a kids show.
Okay.
So it was under RTM as well. So that's when she told me like, hey, Arene, you know what? You should really try this out. Because ever since I was young as well, because I was like really cute and all that, they really pushed me like, try to do like a catwalk or something. They tried to push me into
Yes, Indian
modeling.
parents do
Yeah,
that. Indian parents do that,
sometimes
yeah.
they do that as well.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, were you the type family whereby when family friends come by, you are supposed to perform? Did you do that in your family?
oh, always.
Always, right? I
Always
never
when
got that
I
by
was
Indian families.
younger.
Why do we do this? Like, mom, like, hey, you can dance. I'm like, no, I
Yeah,
can't. Go dance in front of us. Where is the agenda
So
and
randomly,
entertainment? Yeah.
So randomly, they just go dance. Do a catwalk for
Yeah.
us. I mean.
I don't want to be here. Yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, all fun and games. But
Yeah.
growing up, I was like that. And then that advertisement popped up. So I tried it. I went for the audition. I actually got it. So I was doing that kids show. It was called Lava Kids on TV2 and the RTM. I was doing it for good 4 years, 5 years around
Okay.
there. I stopped when I was 16.
Okay.
So 11 to
Wow.
16, 5
Wow.
years.
Okay.
So
It was like a bit of like a Mickey Mouse Club kind of thing.
it was more of like we travel, and then it was like a travel vlog, but it's also kind of like a program that we host.
So you've been really doing this for a long time then.
Yeah, I'm since I was 11. I've been hosting
Wow.
since I was 11.
Wow. Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah. So since I got into that line, my mom kind of saw how I was blooming in it,
Okay.
and all that. Plus, I was also juggling. Honestly, to be very frank, I was juggling work and studies. So
Okay.
I'm from Ipoh.
Okay.
So the
Which part of
shoots and
Ipoh?
everything. Ipoh, near Kledang Hill.
Okay, I only know Tambun and Silibin.
It's like I'm like from Menglembu area. Kledang Hill. Alah,
because-
kalau
because-
kalau saya kacang Menglembu, sure you guys know lah.
I don't know because my dad's from Ipoh, so we've been.
You're from Silibin, is it?
No, I'm from Kuantan. My dad's
Oh.
from Ipoh, so I go to Ipoh every year. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Silibin, is it?
Yeah, because I've heard
That's where my high school, my primary school was.
Anywhere near ACS, Methodist
That's
School?
more of the town area.
Oh,
Yeah, that's more of the
where the
town
cool
area.
kids hang out, I guess.
Cool kids. Are you from? No.
I just said that.
Whoever's watching from ACS, I think they're gonna be like, oh,
Yeah,
she
wow.
mentioned ACS.
Wow, let's tag this. Who's this guy?
I'm gonna mention my school, Tassin Convent.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen
Really?
it. I've seen it.
Okay, yep, it's known. You
It's
know,
known. Yeah,
cool
yeah,
kids
yeah.
are from there.
From Convent. Yeah. So go ahead. So you're now doing this.
So
this
since
show.
I got into it, been doing it for 5 years, juggling. Every weekend I would travel for work and then come back. Sometimes I
Okay.
skip school just to go for all that.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
all that has happened. But I'm gonna say, I mean, my mom's still pretty proud. I did pretty well in school. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there.
Okay. Self-praise is
Self-praise.
praise.
Yeah. It's growth. It's growth.
It's growth.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
so since I ventured into it already, even after SPM, I was actually still quite confused talking to my siblings and all,
Okay.
4 other siblings, talking to all of them. I'm not sure what I'm going to pursue because mom is saying this, but at the same time, she's also like, you know what, if this is what you want to do, just go ahead and
That's
do
the
it.
best advice. Yeah, yeah.
If this is what rocks your boat, just do it.
Definitely.
So I was still in a verge of like, okay, if I go into this line, like how would it be for me? Because for me at that point, right, when after SPM, you sometimes just can't predict the future.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
really
yeah,
so
you can't.
difficult
Yeah,
for
yeah,
you.
yeah,
That's the
yeah.
most confusing part of your whole entire
And
life.
then I think it's difficult because you have external voices telling you what to do.
Exactly.
Around you. So you're like trying to figure it out, but then you have people around you telling you what to do.
Yeah,
And it's just
I've
madness.
had so many conversations, about like with doctors, why you shouldn't be a doctor or why
Okay.
you should, or
Yeah,
all those
yeah.
kind of stuff. And if you like, okay, if you were to be a doctor, you'll be stuck with the books.
Yeah,
I mean, medical
yeah,
degree is definitely
Yeah.
not easy.
It's not easy. Yeah.
Yeah. So thinking about all that, but is it really? So I was just kind of like coming into like, is it my personality? Is that what I want to do? Because I'm more of like, I see myself going out, outgoing, really,
You're an outgoing person. Yeah, which
really
makes sense.
speaking. I feel like the most I'm myself is when I'm having a mic with me or I'm in front of a camera. That's when the most I'm myself.
I kind of guessed that because when I saw your Instagram photos, I was like, here's a picture of her just staring into a photo, same face. But then when I look at your videos or RTM, the Fresh Brew, I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is a completely different person.
I feel more lively.
Yeah, you are. You are.
I feel
Definitely,
more
I get that.
lively.
I get
So
that.
I really love that. So I felt like, okay, that is something that I should really hold on to.
Okay.
So that's what that's when I was thinking of, and I came across APU doing this media marketing thing, and then I was like, okay, you know what, let's just do, because media marketing is more of like media studies, but also with business integrated in it. So I have like two-way kind of leeway here.
Nice.
So it's like, you know what, let's just do it. So that's when I did it, and I mean, talking
Nice.
about how I got into it, that's that.
But you, I mean, you were in RTM and now you are still in RTM. You're
Yep.
still there.
Okay, so in RTM, where after because of the show kind of ended.
Okay.
There was the last season we hosted, so the show kind of ended. So I was 16 at that time. So I kind of just continued my studies,
Okay.
whatever not, just went with it. I still kept in contact with my producers and all.
Okay,
So
which is
how
good.
I got back into RTM is I got an opportunity from my old producer. She called me up and she said that, hey, there's an opening for, they're looking for a host for an English talk show. Actually, sorry, they were looking for a host for a Malay talk show.
Okay.
So I'm not...
I want to say one thing, just
Yeah.
interrupt you there. One thing about RTM that it's my guilty pleasure is the Malay serials. I love those things.
Oh,
Nothing makes me
really?
happier than sitting down in a hotel bed and watching like, hey, I chaka, I love you, and then, and then it's always the same story.
Yeah,
It's always the girl who doesn't wear tudong who's the bad girl. Then at the end, she wears tudong, she's a good girl.
Honestly, all
I
the
love
dramas
that.
are
I
pretty
love
much
that.
like that. Lah.
Yeah.
All the dramas are pretty much
Yeah,
that.
even like Tamil serials.
I mean, Tamil series, you don't have to talk. That is
No, but it's amazing. I go back
different
to
level
Ipoh.
dramas.
No, it is. I go back to Ipoh and I never watch it. And then I see my grandmother, so I'm just sitting there. They'll have the 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. It goes
Oh
on like that,
my
right?
God.
And I'm watching, and suddenly I'm so into it. I'm like, what the hell? Us Indians, we talk to the screen, right? Like, come on, she can't do that, But I love RTM for that.
But I
yeah.
have to tell you, fun fact, right? My parents are retired now. So my mom retired pretty early. So fun fact, since they're at home now, my mom actually got my dad to watch, my Chinese father to watch Tamil serials.
Makes sense. He married an Indian.
No,
I
I'm
think,
not
so.
kidding. Like, he actually sits down even before my mom actually comes to the couch. He's there ready to watch the 3 o'clock drama. 3 o'clock drama. I'm not even kidding. He's there.
And the thing is, these dramas go on forever.
Oh my God,
Right?
they do.
Yeah.
They sit on the couch. They don't move until 9 p.m. at night.
and the whole show is like if it's an hour-long show, like 55 minutes is like close-ups,
Oh,
and
no,
then
yeah.
mother-in-law hates the daughter,
Yeah.
wife, same thing. Yeah,
Someone
yeah.
ran away from home.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. So yeah, sorry for that segue, but I mean for that diversion, I mean better word for it. But yeah, so you were supposed to act in a Malay serial, and then how?
Okay, so it was a Malay talk show.
Talk show, sorry.
So when I was there, they were like, "Oh, you know what? Can you do it in English?" I was
Okay.
like, oh, they wanted me to do it in
Okay.
English as well. So I did it. So I did it
Okay.
in English. I also auditioned in Malay. So I did both. But I got called up for the English talk show, which was Fresh Brew.
Fresh
so yeah,
Brew,
that's
yeah.
how I got into it again as well.
Nice. So,
Yeah.
like, are you? Because I saw that you also auditioned a bit for. I think was it Fly FM and Hits FM. I loved your Fly
Yeah.
FM one though. I thought your Fly FM
Did
one was
you?
point out, was bang on the money. It was nice. So, did you? I mean, are you looking to get into radio as well?
I mean, well, of course, that is an avenue that I don't mind exploring. Definitely, it is out there. Though I have to say, I've never done radio. Same like this. I've never done a podcast here
There
with
we
you
go. There we
before.
go.
I've never
There we
done
go.
it.
Yeah,
We've
me
talked
too.
about our excitement the moment we got
first
here.
time. First time. If we appear good, it's because we're gifted. There we go. I just want to highlight that part. Yeah.
So,
It's a blessing.
It's a blessing. So yeah, I mean, that is definitely something that I look into
Okay.
probably in the future. Let's see where this road gets me. But whatever opportunities that come, I'm just grabbing onto it and just taking it.
But
Just
you know,
working all the
I
way.
want to ask you, like, I mean, you seem to have a pathway whereby you were there when you were 11 and then 15. I mean, you were for a long time and then now you went back, right? So there's a seem clear pathway. But I'm a huge movie buff. I love movies,
Oh.
I love TV series and all that, right? But I always wonder back my, how do these actors get there? How do you get into TV? I mean, what's the route that other people take, unlike yours? If I didn't have a producer or I didn't have a exposure when I was young, how do I get into this?
Well, before I even had the connection to go into the current TV show that I'm hosting right now,
Yeah.
initially I did mention that I did go for an audition when I was younger. So I would say mainly be active, go on auditions.
Okay.
That is the main thing. I scout a lot online. Actually, believe it or not, I still do go for auditions even now. I still do, yeah. So I still do scout around online. There are some Facebook groups that you can look at as well, where people are posting job opportunities about this audition, casting calls.
Okay, like the one that we have connected on. That's how.
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So
okay.
usually you see a lot of casting calls, auditions. So just actively go for that if that's what you look to do. So when you step into the industry, right, that's when you build your network, you build your connections. Honestly,
It's all about
network is your
connections,
net
right?
worth.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, network is your net worth. So
like, and this is a bit more serious question. It's more to like, because of what's happened in Malaysia over the past few, I guess, years, you could say 5, maybe 10 years, you see a lot of racially incorrect advertising, not a lot, to be
Okay.
fair. You don't see many Indians, the stereotypical looking Indians, right?
right.
And I've seen a lot of influencers who've not complained, but voiced out their grievances against darker skinned people not being prominent in television. I think the only two most popular Indian figures in advertising or in media I know is the guy in MPH. Have you seen that? Have you gone to MPH? There's one police cutout of a guy saying "Don't steal."
MPH bookstore. You
Yes,
mean?
yes.
Oh,
He's the most
I've
famous
not been
Indian
to
I know.
MPH bookstore. In a
Okay,
while.
and then that guy from Pimai Tang Tu, the Indian guy. Maybe I'm talking a different language. Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah, but is there such a color bias, or is it difficult for Indians, the darker skinned people, to, regardless of Indians, I mean, to get on into the TV world?
I guess I would say, well, you can be right. I mean, it's not to imply in such a way, but by observing all this, I scout through jobs and all that. They also have some kind of requirements. Sometimes you want a fair skin tone. You want your talents to be pretty.
Yeah,
If you're not pretty, do not apply.
a
Honestly,
standard,
that is a standard, I would say.
Yeah.
But then again, I would say like it's not as bad as before. I would say
Okay.
now it's much better. Like people are more open. Brands, for example, who are looking to collaborate with you or whatever not, they're more
Yeah.
open into receiving different skin tones. They're scouting around for different talents or models.
Yeah, and plus also, I guess it helps that now the whole media world has changed. Like
Very much so.
Like what, for example, like what we are doing.
Yeah.
was not there 10 years ago. Or,
Exactly.
I mean, here, especially, not 20 years ago. I mean, I only know in the world there's only KL Studio Podcast in Malaysia, right?
I honestly don't even know there's a KL Studio Podcast until you told me.
I'm getting so much ad mentions here. I should give him a discount. Who's this guy?
Well, honestly, like you mentioned, KL Studio Podcast. I don't even know KL Podcast Studio. Okay,
Podcast Studio.
We have to
Sorry,
mention it
KL
correctly.
Podcast Studio.
Okay, KL Podcast Studio.
Google them.
Google them.
Yeah.
Honestly, I only got to know them when you mentioned it. I was like, oh, there's a podcast.
See,
studio.
bro. I gave you a free. I should get a free session at least.
Just putting it out there,
Yeah, just
guys.
saying, if you bring in more business, yeah. But like you're an RTM, and one thing that's I would say traditional media, right?
Did I have that kind of? You mean
Like-
because you were talking about Indian skin tone? And
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that.
No. I mean, that's fair. I mean, I agree what you're saying. Now, there is a change, right?
I think the change is mainly because of social media.
Yeah, it definitely is. And
Very
now,
much
if I want to be a
because of
content
social
creator, I can do it myself.
Oh,
I don't need to go
yeah,
to
there's so
anyone.
many content creators.
Yeah.
I've met so many people.
Yeah, and there are a lot of very prominent Indian ones as well,
Very
right?
much,
I mean, across racial lines is probably one. But with Netflix and with all these streaming platforms there, right? Do you still see a future for traditional TV? What's your opinion on that?
Because I would say, well, traditional TV, it will still be there. Because no matter what, there will be a group of people that rely on traditional TV. Just because we have moved into, or I wouldn't say evolve, but let's say we have the privilege to look at other avenues of entertainment or media or devices, for example, technology. There are still some people who don't look into it. But then again, there are also people who enjoy it.
Yeah, I agree with you. One thing I enjoy about traditional TV is the ability to flick through channels.
Yeah.
I love doing that.
I'm
there's
not sure if it's a
something about
nostalgic thing, probably, for you.
No, I don't know. It's like, okay, don't make fun of my age. Look at that. I saw that. You're like, old person.
Indirectly.
Hey, oldie. Aren't you supposed to be at the old folks' home?
I mean,
Anyway. No, so okay, but what I was saying was I feel like when I watch streaming platforms, I don't really get that. Sometimes when I'm watching something, I just have to watch that. I can't just change the channel. I like that. I like that thing. Yeah. But you're right that there is a place for traditional TV. There is a consumer base, and as there is for others, right?
But then again, talking about traditional TV, is even RTM, right? It's not all traditional. I mean, we also have online-based channels as
RTM
well.
Click.
That you can watch. Yeah, RTM Click.
Yeah.
Like my show is actually on air on TV OK. Actually, I have to correct you. Not RTM One. It's actually on air on TV OK. So it's an
TV OK.
Astro channel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's an Astro channel. So if you have Astro, then you can watch it. So it's it has evolved in different. RTM also evolved from traditional media. Yeah, I would say that.
Fair enough. So now that you're on TV, I mean, your parents must be so proud. I mean, if
Well, my mom says so. I'm not sure. She is.
You mean your 29-year-old mom? There we go, auntie. So now that you're on TV and you have this level of popularity, right? People know you and you have
Somewhat.
a following, right? I mean, how's that like? I mean, how's that like for you now?
Of course, when you step into this industry, you want your work to be recognized, no matter what. Of course, I mean, not even just this industry. I think any industry, you want your work to be recognized. At the end goal, you want your work to be recognized. You want yourself to be known, especially I know her as the MC that did this event, or I know that she's the host of the show. That's definitely in my line of work. That's what you want to hear.
Okay.
That's like, okay, that you made it, kind of a thing.
Okay.
So of course, compared to like celebrities or for example other TV hosts out there, I am still in a small scale. Definitely.
Well,
I mean,
you will get there.
We're growing. We're growing.
Yeah.
So
who knows? This clip may go viral.
Who knows?
There we go. Who knows?
So yeah, I mean, I still do. I mean, popularity wise and all that, it's nice, it's engaging, but sometimes there are also the drawbacks of it. I wouldn't say the dark side, that's too deep, but I would say like kind of the negative side of, especially if you're a social media influencer. I think a lot of people can relate to that as well. Hateful comments,
like give me an example.
Messages. Sometimes that can be very disturbing. Or
really,
yeah, it can be.
What's the worst? What's the worst?
The worst, I guess, it was more of like it was more of like a condescending comment about like my figure. when I posted a picture online, something like that. So
Okay.
yeah, it just involved on that. But for me, right, because I have been in this work for so long, like so many years, I usually just, it doesn't get to me. It really doesn't.
Because you sort of like got used to it, you mean?
I kind of, because being in this industry, right, you will always get some sort of hateful comments. Nobody's gonna, I mean, there's not gonna be, not everyone's gonna like
Exactly,
you.
exactly.
You know, not everyone's gonna be pleased with you. Probably people that don't even know you will just suddenly come and attack you. I've had that in my DMs. You know,
Attacked you.
like attacked me, as in like giving condescending comments, hateful comments.
Do you know these people or just random?
Honestly, it's just random accounts with no profile photo, nothing.
Maybe it's like a guy with a crush. He's like, you know what, if I
I
can't
have
get
no
her-
idea. I honestly have no idea. So
Okay.
I've like dealt with this. You know, when you put yourself out there,
Yeah.
it just tend to happen.
I don't, you know, I don't have a stomach for that, and I tell you how. I know. Before doing this, right, before making the decision to do podcasting, I was doing some TikTok videos just to get accustomed to try out what's this new thing, and people would put comments, right, like, of course, majority of them were just discussions and all that kind of stuff. Because generally the videos I make is more like discussing topics and all that, but one or two you get like people making comments. And I was like, okay, I can't take this. So I'm just not going to entertain any comments. Whatever comments there,
okay.
whatever. You know, you say what you want to say, but I'm not going to read
yeah,
that.
exactly. That's the right attitude to have.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not. You can't please everybody.
You can't
Not
please everybody.
everybody is going to
Yeah.
be there supportive of you. You know, well. For me, I know for some social media influencers, I know for some of my friends as well, it does get to them.
Okay.
It really does. You know,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
have you seen this person commented in my picture? You know, they said this is this. But I mean, it's just something that you just have to pass on. You know,
Yeah.
look at it as you know, it's just a comment. So what? Just go with it.
You get most of your comments from social media postings, or is it because of your work on TV and all that?
So far, well, I would say social media postings more because
you get that. Okay.
that's like the prominent platform where people can actually, you know, they look at you and they actually have the tools that they can use, comments,
Yeah.
likes, shares, messages that they can just throw at you, you know.
Exactly.
So that's where they can connect with you and all. Sometimes people do this for attention as well, I would say. You
Yes,
know?
yes,
I mean,
yes,
honestly,
yes, yes. And
they just
plus,
want you
yeah.
to like, give yourself, probably, you know, for example, if I were to reply back since you gave me a condescending comment, if I were to do the same to you, you probably like screenshot it, or you know, like she said this. Did you see how she replied to me or something like that? You know, it could be in that kind of way. So for me, I guess the end goal is I don't engage.
You don't engage back,
I don't
right?
engage.
So because like the whole saying, it takes two hands to clap. So
Yeah.
you just let it be.
I just let
think
it be.
that's the best. But like in this world of being on TV and this whole media world, right? Is there a dark side to it? Because what we see as consumers of content is we see the glam and we see the TV and you know all that kind of stuff. But is there like a dark side to it behind the camera?
Honestly, to be very, very frank, there is no job in the world that there's no dark side.
No, I know, but
I
then
mean,
the thing
even-
about media world is it has such an allure. It has such
Yeah.
a glam to it outside. You know, like my job, like who cares if there's anything bad going on behind the scenes, right? But if you're on TV,
No, but then again, you can't say that because if, let's say, for example, if you're in a corporate job,
yeah,
okay, corporate jobs. Well, come on, there will be some sort of politics in it.
Annoying.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Let's be frank here. There
Very
will
frank,
be
yeah.
some sort of politics.
There.
There will be people who don't like you, people who backstab you, people who probably look at
Exactly.
you and they speak really fond of you, but
Yeah.
then at the back
Behind.
they could be doing something
Exactly.
else.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
this happens.
Yeah.
There's no different in the media industry. It does happen as well. You know, but it's sometimes like, okay, for example, if let's say there is someone on the show or someone on behind the scenes, the crew or whoever who doesn't like you, or anyone who's handling the show, for example, so they probably wouldn't recommend you for other programs or other
Okay,
shows. Like
okay.
that do happen. That does happen. I would
Okay.
say that does happen. Sorry. So
So your English is fine so far.
no,
One mistake, getting 99 or 100.
that does happen. I guess all the what other languages playing into
So the brain doesn't reach
the-
something.
yeah. So anyway, that does happen as well. But I'm not saying it happened with me or with any people that I've known so far. But it does have it. Okay, let's be frank. But then again, it's always like, just try to get on the good side of everybody. That's what we want.
No, I can't do that. I'm the worst at that. I can't. I think
I'm not saying like, oh, you have to be a people pleaser. But then again, I mean, don't go out like you want to fight with someone, you know.
No, of course not. I don't go to work and like, all right, buddy, who's ready to rumble?
Yeah.
No, but I think maybe it also boils down to character, I guess.
It really does.
Like if you are that
Character-wise.
person who's able to talk to people and be on
Yeah.
everybody's good side, that's a skill. I know people who can do that. It's not like you're being a people pleaser, but there's nothing people can find to not like about you. I mean, besides your content and social media haters, but in the work, like for me, I can't. I'm a guy who speaks my mind, so I go into trouble a lot because I just say what I think. I don't. I'm not filtered. I
Yeah,
guess.
like you say, it comes down to personality.
Personality, yeah.
Personality.
But-
But it also depends like, on who you're with. Because some people actually get it. Like, hey, you know what, you're making a joke. Yeah, it's a joke.
I
you
guess
know.
friends would work, right? But
Yeah.
work, I'm working on it.
I guess it comes down to like time and place and who
Exactly.
you're with.
Exactly. Yeah, you should.
You
there
just
is a time
gotta
and place.
gauge that.
Yeah.
So over the years, I've learned to do that. So I would say, okay, if but for me, right, I'm usually the type of person like, if I just met you, I would probably have a conversation with you like I've known you for 10 years. Oh, sorry for the mic.
Which I noticed when we first called. I was like, okay, this girl is perfect for this podcast because she can speak.
I mean, I usually do that. Like, you see how we are. Like, okay, honestly, we just met.
We just met.
We just met.
I didn't know how
But-
she looked like.
Yeah, honestly,
Even
no.
though I stalked her Facebook. a lot.
I might have seen his pictures as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
oh
not
my
to be in a
God.
creepy way, but I have to see like, okay, is this guy legit? Is he scamming me? Who's this guy? like,
do you have those kind? Have people tried to scam you? Like guys try to hit you up and all that? Wait.
I mean, I
What's the
have-
terminology nowadays? Slide into your DMs. Yeah, I got
Yes.
that. I learned
Not
that.
bad,
too.
you?
Not bad. I'm keeping up. Yeah.
I've had scams. I have been scammed before. I
Really?
have been scammed before.
Oh,
yeah.
do tell the story. This is one of the highlights.
We're like jumping topics here.
no, it's,
you know,
no,
it's like
it's like a conversation tree. It's just going. Yeah.
okay. No, actually, my scam is more of like well, there's few stories. Some attempting to scam me. Some that I actually fell for the trap.
Okay.
So this was like a product that I purchased online. It was actually through Instagram. It was actually I'm gonna say it's kind of stupid. You know when you
No
when you
judgment here.
when you purchase products online, guys, I mean, especially if you purchase like on Instagram or something, please do scout through the profiles. Not sure if it's legit or what. Please don't
okay.
engage with it. So
Okay.
that's what I did. But I know a lot of people doing that for concert tickets, by the way, right now. Okay, whoever's doing that for concert tickets,
Careful.
please don't engage
Don't
in
get
this.
that.
Yeah, really don't.
This
Scalpers,
is
no.
PSA from the
PSA,
Goodcast.
PSA.
Yeah.
So I actually purchased a product, and well, yeah, my money flew away with the person, the scammer, and I never received the product lah. Technically,
I've seen a lot of that. I've seen a lot of that. Yeah, on Facebook, I see people. I'm going to make police reports on you and stuff like that. You know, people. Who
yeah.
get scammed. You know, it's weird. I don't know why people do that.
I mean
if you want to make money, just drive Grab.
Yeah.
Stop scamming people, man.
Grab drivers earn more than corporate people here, guys.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I've seen a lot of stories of that.
Yeah,
What's
stop-
up with
stop.
that?
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
gonna quit.
Yeah, become a Grab driver. Yeah. No, so like being in this, you're very very busy. I noticed that from I
Very
was looking at
much.
your profile. I was like, my goodness, she does so many things. I can barely do two. Like you were talking about, and I also noticed on your social media, you're very private about your relationship because I know you are one, right? Because
okay.
I can sort of get the idea, right? Is that purposefully done like that?
Well, okay. Actually, let's just say I learned from my past.
Oh,
I learned from my
another
past.
story. My God.
I was in a relationship.
Okay.
I was initially, but now I'm putting it out there.
Yeah, it's going viral.
I mean,
the
if you,
5 people who's
if
watching
you
this.
follow me on my social media, you kind of you're able to gauge it already.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I was in one. So at that time, it was pretty public. It was like I do post when I
Wait,
go.
so are you in one now? Guys.
Am I? Am I?
Yeah. Okay, so tell me. So you were in one, and then what happened?
So I was in one. So yeah, like I said, it was pretty public. Like I would post about it, that I'm with who is so and so.
That's
But
his name, by the way.
So.
He's Chinese.
you never know.
No, yeah, okay.
So anyway, there was nothing wrong with it or anything, but it's just like a lot of people tend to like, oh my God, what happened? When it didn't work out, a lot of people came in like, oh, what happened? Like, do you know that he's on this dating app now? Do you know that there's like
that
unnecessary buzz that it's in the past. I don't want to hear about it anymore.
Okay.
A lot of people who want to know the people who really want to get to know your life.
Okay.
Those are the kind of people. Some of them in my social media, I would say.
So are you on any dating apps?
No, actually, I do not believe in dating apps.
Me too.
Believe it or not.
It's
Call me old school.
No.
Oh, I feel so old right now.
Okay, calm down. That's the second old joke now.
I mean,
Get my crutch. Yeah.
it's just a personal thing. I know some people out there, like dating apps work for you guys. You know, some of them,
Not
they
for
probably
me, man.
got married. They got together in dating apps and they got married and whatever not.
Yeah.
So yeah, but for me, I just don't see it. I
hate it.
prefer the more traditional method of
Which is what?
dating. You know, meeting someone. You
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
use, you know, give a cheesy pickup line.
Oh
at
my
the bar.
goodness. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir here. Like, wait, how old are you again? 20?
I'm 24 this year.
Okay, so there's like a 14 year, no, you're 24. So 14-year gap between us, right? So back when I was in school, right?
He just said his age on camera. So.
Yeah. It's out there. You can see it by the white hair. By the way, you know, being Indian, the white hair thing really catches you, right? 'Cause
Honestly, it's not even about the age anymore. White hair is just there and then, even when you're young. I know so
but
many
it's so
Indian
sad.
dudes with white hair.
When I
like
saw
when
the
you're
first one.
when you're what, 17, you already got white hair. I don't know from where. Like,
that could be a health problem. Maybe a calcium deficiency.
Wait, okay, so let me just get back to that. So
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
yes. We're talking about this, yeah.
relationship wise. I don't know, am I in one? I'm not sure. But then again, it's more of like, you know what? I want to be those people where like you don't know about her personal life, you don't know about her relationship, but then again, suddenly, bam, she's married. Ooh.
Something like Trisha.
Like all the celebrities
is it
out there,
Trisha?
you know, most of
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I think I want to do that.
You want to do that? So
yeah.
so you're not going to
I'm
answer
gonna
whether
keep my
are you
personal life private for
okay,
time being.
for time being, because of what? Yeah, like for me, like back to what we were talking about like how it like you like it old school, right? Like how people
I
have
like
to
it old
approach you.
school.
I was like that. Like, you know, when I was in school, you had to like, you see a girl you like. Number one, if you see a girl like, you know that 100 guys have seen her already. So you're already, the market is saturated.
Now
right?
you gauge, okay, where do I place in that list?
Yeah, but then you have to walk up to her,
Yeah.
right? And then you have to say something and you're nervous. And then back then it was landlines. There was no phone, right?
I was in that era also, okay. I had the landline
Yeah,
zone
landline,
and all
like,
that.
you had to call
I'm
the
not
house.
that young.
No, but now I feel like, you know, back then you had to call the house, talk to the father, like, hello, sir, can I speak to you? You know, like, who's this? Who's this? Who? And I'm like, oh, God.
Oh, I had so many encounters like that. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty
right?
funny. My mom after the call, who's that? Who are you talking to?
You know, the back I think this was 1999. Oh my God.
1999.
yeah.
That was the year I was born, by the way.
There we go, the age difference. So I remember in the house there was a phone in the public in the hall, and then there was a phone in my mom's room, right, my parents' room, and they were connected. So back then, you know, picking up from the other side, you could listen to the conversation. So one day I'm in my house, and then I had this Malay girl who had a crush on me.
Ooh.
So she called up the house, and then my mom's like, "Vinod, there's a Malay girl here." Then I go talk on the phone. I can see my mom going up, right? And then I can hear, you know, you can hear the phone go.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hello, hi. And then my mom's like, okay, put on the phone. And yeah, that was that. That was my life. But then then later on, with Tinder and all this, it's a cesspool, man. It's dangerous. Like for guys and girls,
yeah.
it's dangerous.
Yeah,
Like,
it
I
is.
don't recommend it at all. I've had horrible experiences on those apps. Yeah.
I mean, so after after I got out of the relationship, right, I just kind of gave it a go. So I downloaded one dating app, just one, just to like how
Okay.
it would be. You know, a lot of people are talking about, oh, I've met this guy in this dating app. This, you know what? Let's just give it a try. I couldn't last 5 minutes in it.
Why? What happened?
I honestly just couldn't. I mean, I was like scrolling, like all those guys, you know, like swipe right to like accept, swipe left. I was like reject. Honestly.
You know what I used to do? Let me
just
tell you
couldn't.
this. Right? This is okay. This was like
Tips.
This is tips. So because I think about 2-3 years ago, I had my own business. I was running my own business. So I was very busy in my work and all that, very focused. And so you have no time to meet people. Everybody you meet is work, right? So you got to have a private life, social life, right? So what I did, I thought, okay, you know, I'll get on Tinder. I got on Tinder, and you know, for girls, the game is unfair. And let me tell you why the game is unfair. If you put up your profile, I'm sure you get a ton of people swiping right?
say, yeah.
Doesn't happen to me though. So what I used to do, before I sleep, I'll put the phone facing up, and I'll just this. This is what I do.
Oh.
So I just swipe right on everyone.
But then, your profile was legit or not? Probably you guys got catfish.
I got catfished.
You got
I got catfished.
You got catfished?
I got catfished.
Wow.
I even remember the place. It was in Bangsa Village too. I won't forget this. I got
Sorry, Bangsa Village too.
No, it's not the mall. The mall is fine, right? So I meet this girl. We're chatting up online and then on Tinder. And then I'm like, hey, why aren't you showing me? Like, I just asked her because the question kept on playing in my head. I said, there's no filter. She kept on. She just posted pictures of her face. Like, there's no full body kind of thing. Again, I'm not fat shaming or anything, but come on, let's,
Yeah, of course.
right? And so then I thought, okay, no, I'm not going to make it a big deal because it's a bit sensitive. So one day we meet. And this is after a few weeks of talking, we meet, right? Then I'm coming down the escalator and I'm looking at there's like a lobby, there's like a vacant area there, and no one is there except this one Indian girl. And I'm like, this is not the girl I chatted with. Then I walk up to her. And that's her. Yeah. And catfished. Yeah. Catfished. It happened twice.
So like she looked in completely different, or she used someone else's pictures?
No, she was like at least, let's say she was bigger. I don't want to get cancelled or something on my first podcast, but she was bigger. And but
but then again, you can't blame her. She didn't give you a picture of her body, or like she didn't take a full body photo. So you cannot say that you got catfished though. I blame it on you. I mean, the girl was pretty...
How is it my fault? See, this is a women-male dynamic. It's always our fault.
No, you went for the face.
Then what else do I go for?
Exactly. So you can't say you got catfish because you've not seen her full body photo prior to your date.
So your logic is it's like I bought a car, but then I realized there was no engine in it. That's what you're saying.
Probably.
I thought it was a four-seater.
Now when you put it that way, it kind of makes me sound a bit off.
Yeah. No, but is there any challenges for you now to be in a relationship? Like, is it different because you're like, people know you and you have a level of notoriety?
No, I mean, we have it just the same way as everybody else. I'm not an alien.
So she is in a
here,
relationship.
guys.
There we go.
No,
I got it out of her.
No, what I mean is we celebrities or like TV personalities
Okay.
have it the same way as everybody else.
Okay,
I mean, we don't have anything different. My co-hosts they're all married. Some of them are married.
Okay.
One just got married as well. So we all have we're pretty open about it.
Okay.
But I guess
it's like that's your TV persona.
Yeah,
Your real life is different.
Yeah. We have it just the same way as everybody else. But I guess for me, it's just more of like, well, since I have a lot of people who are paying attention, I would say to me, what I post on social media. Sometimes there are people. I have some of my friends or like people who I've only met through social media. So they ask me like, "Hey, how come you're MIA? How come you went this thing?" Because lately I've not been posting a lot on my social media. I've been pretty busy, guys. Pretty busy. Pretty busy. Yeah. So I've not been posting a lot. So people
I think you do more
in.
on TikTok, right?
TikTok even less now.
Oh, less now?
Yeah, very less now.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, that like all that. So, I just want to keep it more of like a personal level. Suddenly, let's say if I were to be in a relationship, or maybe I am, you never know. If I get engaged, you'll know it. You'll know it.
Yeah. To the 5 people watching this, you'll know.
To the 5 people.
If you're wondering, I don't know too.
So yeah.
Yeah, stay tuned for updates. We'll post a wedding card on the Facebook page. Yeah.
Oh, that's a bit too much.
No, but so then now you are also doing influencer marketing. Sort of, you're involved in that as well, that area. So how did that come into the picture?
So I call it my day job.
Your day job.
Yeah, I call it my day job. So one thing about being in the industry, right? When you're freelancing per se, or you're under contract, like or anything, those kind of jobs, right? It's not, well, Asian-wise, you would say it's not secure.
Okay.
A lot of people go into that.
Yes,
I mean, let's just put it that way. Like,
Okay.
people usually say it's not secure and all that. But honestly, those are the kind of jobs that earn you the most money.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Yeah.
But then
Career
again,
advice. Yeah, okay.
but yeah, it all comes down to stability and all that as well. So I actually have a day job. So since I did my degree, I want to put my degree into full use.
Exactly.
Full use, so
Full
mama,
use.
you be proud. So I am actually a client relation specialist. So
Okay.
it's in this influencer marketing company. It's called CoHub as well.
Okay.
So I'm in that where I engage with clients and then engage with brands and pitch to them, give them suitable recommendations based on their advertising plans or whatever not. So that's what I do.
But this whole field of influencer marketing, I think it came to prominence, I think maybe 3, 4 years, 5 years ago.
I would say it really bloomed during the pandemic.
Yeah, definitely.
Because like when we couldn't go out, when even crews and couldn't go out for photo shoots, video shoots, you know, you couldn't
had to make
film
money.
ads.
Yeah.
Influencer marketing was the only way.
Only thing, yeah.
Yeah.
But do you think that because I've also managed some clients for all those influencer marketing and all that, but it's okay. I get it. If you have a following, then you put up a video, then there are eyeballs on the brand. So that part we get it, right?
Yeah.
But I always like think back in my mind, like if I'm an influencer, sort of, right, and if I am consistently reviewing products. The whole impact of me reviewing a product lessens, right? It sort of cheapens with every product that I review,
Okay.
right?
That's,
Don't you think
that's
so?
where trust, credibility, and truth comes into play.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you review a product, of course, you want, when you're telling, even though you've been engaged with a huge brand deal, for example, but you still want your followings want you to be truthful. The thing about this is, right, the thing is you cannot be in a position where, oh, even if it's not truthful, I have to lie, because you are in this position because of your followings. If you don't have a large following, if you don't grow, your social media doesn't grow, brands aren't going to engage with you either.
Yeah, but also the problem with influencer marketing I have is that sometimes I notice that a lot of these influencers, when they post, like there are a lot of really nice content that I see online, like a little bit sort of, it has the whole comedy skit kind of element to it, right? It's really entertaining. I love it. But I feel like with TikTok coming into the picture, with short form content now being this really big thing, right? The onus is on every influencer to come up with more interesting content, and you can't just now just talk about a product.
Yeah,
you have to do
definitely.
something else to capture the imagination.
Yeah,
right?
that's where creativity comes into play as well. So, but then again, for instance, for myself, I wouldn't call myself a creative person. I would say my creativity goes into a level drawing of a stick man on a paper. That's my creativity.
Me too,
That's my
me too,
creative level.
Me too.
That's
Fun fact about me here, right?
You like stick mans?
No, I used to draw stick mans. You know the hill and then the sun in the
God.
between.
I think everybody
was the
does
only
that.
thing
Everybody
I
does
did.
that. The hill, the sun in between, the birds
But
with the
with
stick.
yes, I used to do that. Yeah, and then always then to evolve my creativity, right? To expand my creativity, I used to add a green plain, river, and then a tree. That was that.
I think we went to the same art class.
Yeah, I think so.
I think
it was the
it's
art class, just
same-
both of us.
yeah.
All the rejects were there. Yeah.
All the rejects. So yeah, I mean, for me as to go into more of a creative avenue, it was
Okay.
it's kind of difficult for me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a creative person, like I mentioned. It, not really. I didn't even do art stream.
So you're a science stream person?
I'm a science stream student.
Okay, I'm trying to show off here.
No, I'm just
Calling
saying
me
that
old.
even though you're a science stream student or you're not sure after your SPM, I know SPM results just came out, so if you're not sure, it's okay.
It's okay. Yeah. I
you can
always
just,
say,
you just venture into whatever that you like.
Yeah,
venture
yeah.
into what you're most passionate about.
Yeah, I hate the way education is nowadays. I really hate it. I find it disgusting. It's so bland now. Like there's so much pressure on kids to get A's.
Is it really still until now?
Yes, okay. When I used to work
We're
in
like
Brick-
jumping topics here.
No, yeah. But
I just realized that.
we'll just chop and re-edit it, right? So like when I was in Brickfields, when I was working there, there was this big Chinese school behind where my office was. And so every time 2-3 o'clock, I can see like the kids just coming down with these gigantic bags and then like
nothing but
lugging
school bags.
themselves, all going up for tuition class. And I'm like, don't you all have spots? Has anyone heard that? Are you a spotting person?
I only school level.
Or school level?
Only school level.
In which sports? What do you used to do?
I used to run.
Oh, run?
Yeah, I used to
like
run.
long distance, short distance?
Both, actually a bit of both, but not too long distance. But I think the most I did was 400 meters.
That's a lot. That's
But my siblings watching this,
399 meters.
they're probably gonna be like, she's not really an athlete per se. Because they did like MSSD and all that. They really full on athlete
Full on,
mode lah. I was just school level.
Yeah.
But I did more of, because I'm more of a language person, so I did a lot of those. I'm not sure if schools still have that public speaking,
Yes,
choral
they did.
speaking,
Yes,
and all
yes,
that. Yeah,
yes,
that
yes.
was my
Nice.
agenda. Yeah.
So again, we've diverted, but back to this. I just want to. So influencer marketing now, you're doing it. Is it something that you're still doing very actively?
Very actively, yeah.
Very actively?
The thing about me, right? Because I also work in this company in CoHub as a client relations, so I know the things that go behind the scenes of an influencer. So, for example, before we engage with an influencer, I'm an influencer myself as well, right?
Yeah.
So when brands engage with me, I know what goes on behind the scenes as well because I work in that.
Okay, so you know what the
I kind
demands
of get
are.
the whole 360 round here, which is kind of interesting for me. So
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I guess for me it's just all about learning,
Okay.
growing.
Okay.
When you get to know the mechanics of what you're doing, I think that is the best way to I would say really understanding and really knowing what you want to do.
Okay.
When the moment you get the mechanics of it, even TV hosting, right? The moment you get what they do behind the scenes, how does it work? For example, like my show is a live show, so we host it live on TV. So we have our earpiece, we have our mics attached. So it's not tricky, it's not easy. Yeah, talking about all that, we should talk about that as well. It's like, for example, I'm engaging with you as
Yeah.
a guest. I have my producer screaming at me in my ear. For
Really?
instance. Yeah.
So it's like the movies where there's a room of them and they are like, oh, come on, Arene, you should have asked the question.
I mean, there is a room, but they're more of like they don't scream lah. It's just like saying, okay, introduce your guests, close off the show, open the show.
Isn't that difficult? Like you have.
I have to hear what they're saying. I
Yeah.
have to focus there and also focus on you. Yep, exactly. It's difficult. It's not easy. That's why I say the work
See,
that
that's-
goes into it.
Isn't that another point that I feel like that's why like traditional TV is sort of dying off? I will not say dying off, but it's that rawness is no longer there, because if you have somebody dictating what you're doing in front, you're not going to be yourself. You're not going to be 100% yourself,
Actually,
right?
no, it's not dictating per se. It's more of telling you the flow of the show. So, for example, when I'm talking to you, oh sorry,
You keep
When
hitting
I'm
the mic.
I keep hitting the mic. I'm sorry. Like I say, I'm more of a
Yeah, I
this
can
kind
see.
of
You just
person.
keep damaging their property.
I'm so sorry.
I'm going to
KL
lose my
Podcast
free
Studio.
show now.
Don't worry. I get you a cup of coffee.
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, it's not of dictating. It's more of like, okay, it's a live show, right? So you cannot engage. You cannot talk to your host there and then like a recorded show. Like if it's recorded, I can tell you, okay, you only have 5 minutes left. So close off the show or something like that. You cannot do that face to face.
Okay.
So they do it in your ears. So they have a flow of the show. You want to keep it within 1 hour.
Okay.
For instance, for my show, it's within 1 hour. So they tell you, okay, they allocate 20 minutes for this guest. They allocate 20 minutes for another guest. So they would want to keep you within the time frame. That's the only reason.
Okay.
They don't tell you like, okay, this is the question that you have to ask. What is your favorite dish? They don't tell you all that.
Okay.
Whatever that you want to ask or whatever, it either comes on top of our head or
It's a script, because I see you holding
we
cards.
don't have a script. It's actually just a cue card.
Oh, so but then with the questions there.
We have questions like, for example, in our phone, or sometimes when we engage, then we spontaneously ask questions. Those kind of things happen as well.
I have a question. In my time in PR, I once brought a client to an Astro studio.
Okay.
Right. First thing that blew my mind it was entirely green screen. Like the
okay.
only thing real were the chairs.
Yeah.
Like, right? And I used to think like all those screens at the back, the things when you see it, it's like, but it's actually green screen. But the studio was cold as hell.
Yeah, I mean, if you go to newsrooms, it's usually like that. It's
Why?
green
Why?
screen.
Why has it to be cold? I mean, if the temperature, I was like at the back there, like, oh,
I guess
God.
I guess the temperature is due to the equipments.
Oh,
It's
those big
because
cameras,
of the
right?
cameras, the equipments. My studio studio in RTM, the show that I host is really, really cool. Very cool.
Very cool.
Very cool.
And so, how do you keep warm?
Oh yeah, well, wear layers of clothing. I'm usually in my blazers. Inside got another layer. Yeah. That just. But I mean, when you're on set and everything, you don't think about all that because you want to focus on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, but I usually have my very fun, quirky side of me. on
I
the
saw that
show.
on your TikTok. Yeah, when
I
you're doing
usually-
videos and of your last day, and you did this video and all that stuff. I did my research,
like
people. I take this seriously.
So yeah, I mean, I like
Okay.
to bring a bit of laughter, bit of silliness in my show. I usually try to engage with that in my content as well.
Yeah, but like now, you've done. How long have you been doing this, Fresh Brew?
Fresh Brew has been almost. If it comes January 2024, it'll be 2 years.
And what's next for you? What's in the cards besides starting your own podcast? I have inspired her, by the way. people.
I
There we
really
go.
want to do my own podcast. I think I would really. I
There
also
we
like.
go.
I also like to hear how I sound. in
Right,
this.
it's so amazing. If I sounded like this, girls would go mad. I mean, before I was married, not now.
I'm sorry, Vinod's wife.
Yeah, I should walk around like this. Hey, put this on your ear and then start talking.
Or you should wear it around the
I
house.
was like, hello. So what's next for you?
I guess for me, I mean, I'm still doing the same kind of work. emceeing commercials. I still go on. I'm still going to be doing it as well. What's next is definitely I'm looking into venturing back into a business.
Back into business. So what were you doing? You should have told me this earlier.
Really, I should have.
Give me 5 extra minutes, guys. Come on.
It's all into works. It's still all into works. I don't.
What
think
sort of business were you doing before?
So I used to sell. I don't know if I should mention this.
You should.
I used to sell saris actually.
Oh.
So I'm a huge fan of saris. I love saris.
I've seen that. I've seen
love,
that.
love,
You know,
love
one thing I
saris.
got to say, and this is not. I don't want this to sound weird, but I got to say you have very good choices in saris.
Thank you.
I know. I was like, okay, there's a lot of this girl. Another person I met who has an insane amount of saris is what's her name? She works in Astro. She used to work in Astro, I think.
Okay.
What's Sumitra? I think her name is something
honestly not
sari.
sure.
Where her Instagram is all saris. Like she only wears saris to work.
Yeah. I've seen
into
a lot of sari vloggers per se, have done that as well. Yeah. So I'm very into saris.
So you want to start a sari business?
This is probably something that maybe some of people don't know as well.
Well, there you go, to the 5 people.
Yeah, I mean,
Plus them, so 9. There we go.
so I definitely I used to do it.
Yeah.
It was more of like during a pandemic business per se. But I got really busy. Talking about all this, I have my whole schedule for this week has been filled. So today's with you. Tomorrow I have a movie premiere. I have a.
In a movie? What movie is that?
Oh my god.
Oh, perfect. Again, something you should have told me earlier.
So it's my very first movie, by the way. It's my very first movie premiere.
Wait, get out of here,
And
really?
and it's a Tamil movie. I
Okay.
spoke in Tamil in the movie.
Okay.
So yeah, it's
What's the name of the movie?
It's called Kadavulukku Oru Kadidam. It's my Tamil good.
That's a song, right? That's a line from a song.
Kadavulukku Oru Kadidam.
Okay, I
It's
don't
a
know.
movie. Oh, I'm
Okay.
giving a shout out to the movie.
Yeah, there
This
we go.
movie have to pay me.
Yes, for the
Just
5
kidding, I'm
people
just
who may
kidding.
not come. Or will. I'm not sure, but I'm sure they are going. They're like, no. So, like, what's it about? What's the movie about?
Okay, so the thing is, I'm just a feature role in the movie. It's just a start out. This is my first ever movie that I did. So I'm just a feature role. I'm in the opening of the movie. So I opened the movie.
Okay. No, but what's the story about?
The storyline is about this. There's this gangster kind of. It's more of a gangster-ish kind of a movie. So, I'm not sure if I'm saying this right. I'm so sorry if I'm wrong. So there's this gangster, and it's like he had a long lost daughter, something like that, and then he at the end of the movie he kind of just goes back to daughter. Honestly, right? You just have to go and watch it.
Wow, that's amazing.
I'll be very frank.
Can you be more elaborative?
Because I'll be I'll be really frank. I only landed a really small
but that's
small
amazing.
feature
Don't-
role
come on,
in the
that's
movie.
amazing.
No, I'm serious. So
I would love to be in movies.
I honestly don't remember the story on top of my head anymore.
So this gangster and the daughter, and then so what's your role in it? Who do you? Play?
I was at the opening of the movie. I was the girl that ran away to a village to get married.
To whom? The gangster.
To this one guy from a village, and then the gangster is like the father, my dad hired this gangster to bring me back to him.
After your marriage.
Well,
So what happens to the guy?
He has to cancel off the marriage. It's not a very long scene. Go watch the movie, we know it.
No, but wait.
Go
Where
watch
is it
the
coming
movie.
out? Where is it coming out?
It's a tele movie. It'll be out on Astro. I don't know. Look into my social media probably.
Tele movie on Astro.
It's a tele
I'm gonna watch
movie.
it. I'm gonna
It'll be
watch
out
it.
on Astro.
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I know. Perfect timing, right? So this podcast is gonna explode now. I'm gonna be in the movie. There we go. I'll be in the background, like just waving. Hi, mom.
I mean, I'll post more details on my social media. Plug.
Yeah, plug. So what's your social media? Check it out. I'm so happy for you. That's nice. I always want to be in the movie.
But honestly, if you ask me, acting, hosting.
Really?
Wait, did I put acting here? Hosting, acting, hosting.
There we go.
Yeah, I
So
prefer hosting.
it's amazing that she found her way to that village. She doesn't even know left, right. There we go. Like,
Watch it.
But okay, so like, who's the guy who made it? Who's the director?
It's I'm not sure. His name is Baker.
Oh, Baker.
Do you know?
No, I don't know who's Baker. I thought that was his profession. No, but Baker, I'm playing, man. So no, but I you know the movie Jagat?
Yes,
That was an amazing movie.
that was an amazing.
And
movie.
Venpa recently, Indian movies are doing quite well now.
Very well.
Venpa is quite nice. Yeah.
There was also one that just came out that was very. I don't remember the name. I watched it in theater, so I don't remember now.
Really? Okay, so is this going to be a prelude to other movies? You're gonna focus more on this?
Let's see.
Ah man, I wish you all the best. So wait, before we go, are we out of time or? You out of time? Okay, calm down, guys. I'll give you like 10 mentions here. Okay.
10 mentions
Usually
of
you have to
this
pay me like
wonderful
300,
place.
right? But there we go. So tell me, what's the name of the movie?
Kadavulku or Kadidam?
Okay, watch it on Astro. So tell
This
me
is
which,
not a
which
marketing
channel?
for the movie, by the way.
Which channel? Which channel?
That's the thing. I honestly don't
Oh my
know.
God.
I don't have the
Baker,
details
can you
with
please send
me.
us the fact sheet so that I can
Yes,
redo this
please,
at the
Baker.
end?
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. I can't imagine you at those premieres.
I mean, I could have done a bit of studying before I came on the show.
You should have told me about this. Like, I can imagine you like the Hollywood red carpet.
Episode 2.
Episode 2. We'll talk. Let's review the movie. Perfect. There we go. We can see it in one of the episodes. Because that's amazing. I'm so happy for you. I love
Thank you so
seeing
much.
people do
Thank
well.
you.
I love it. So thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for more shows. This is going to be a regular thing on a weekly basis. Hopefully, I get a better rate from KL Podcast Studio. Just share your comments. Fight. Start like a crowdfunding thing. There we go. How about crowdfunding?
He's desperate.
Yeah, for good cast. Piggy bank. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned for updates. Check out our TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. Links will be in the description. Subscribe to our channel, and I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Thank you, Arene. Thank you so much. Thank you.